Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you always find time to continue to join me as I share these, yes, very disturbing stories of my life. And I'm trusting God that in one way or the other, your life is being touched positively, or even the lives of those that you've shared the videos with or will be sharing the videos with. So today I'm going to continue with from where I left off, and this is about what happened when I contacted my friend trying to seek her help to help me to abort the baby. Yes, you heard me clearly. I went through that route. I planned to go through that route. But like I said in my previous video, God is the master planner of every situation. There's no circumstances that could come to your way that will take God unawares. He plans everything, and if the enemy tries to interrupt his plan, he always have a wonderful way of spinning his plans around to bring glory to his name. So, my friend told me she was going to go and look for extra job so she can be able to help me financially with the process of aborting my pregnancy. However, the day she went for interview, she was turned down. She didn't get that job. So she called me and she said, "Mercy, I'm really sorry. I was really thinking that if I get this job, I should have been able to help you, but I couldn't." And I was like, you know what? No problem. Don't worry. I believe God will get me through this. At that moment, I made up my mind to trust God every step of the way. That no matter what the circumstances will be throughout these 9 months of that pregnancy, that He's going to get me through it. So, my faith in this God was doubled during this process. I started praying more. I started studying the Word of God more. I also started trying to hang around Christians the more, but that aspect wasn't very much successful because my ex decided that one day I was getting ready to braid somebody's hair because that's the only thing he believed I could do. He helped me to get connected with a hair braiding salon, and I go there every day to braid. And when I get back, he takes all the money and pays the bill. But during this time of my pregnancy, I think it was about 2 months to 3 months. So the first trimester, one day I woke up in the morning and he's telling me, "Get ready, we're going somewhere." And I'm like, "Going where?" He said, "Get in the car, get the kids." Of course, the kids are my first daughter, my second daughter, and the car seat of the 7 months, at the moment is his 9 months old baby, which is my first son. And he said, "You guys get in the car, we're going somewhere." And I was like, "I actually have somebody that I will be braiding this morning." He said, "Call the person and cancel the appointment. We're going somewhere." I was like, okay. I called the person, canceled the appointment. We all got in the car. I had no clue on where we were going. Few minutes to half an hour to 45 minutes, we got there. I find myself in a very lonely neighborhood and an abandoned house. He parked in front of this abandoned house, and I was wondering, what in the world are we doing here? This is so strange. To cut the long story short, my ex has been planning to relocate from that one apartment where we lived, which was very close to, first of all, my prayer partner, my church members, my fellowship members, because I started attending African Christian Fellowship. He decided to move from that neighborhood to a very far place where I will have no access to anybody. Yes. But the funny thing is that that house looked like an abandoned house. The roof had a problem. there was no units, like central units for air condition or heater. The bathroom was half completed. It was just a mess. And I still was wondering, what am I doing here? And as of course he saw how curious I was, and he was like, this is where we will be moving into. I just need few weeks to get it together, and then we'll be moving in here. I was very shocked. I couldn't say a word. I did not say anything. I just went straight to the window and I was looking out the window. As I was standing in this window, I was just asking God, am I invisible? Am I really a normal human being? How on earth will somebody be treating me like I'm nothing? I could not have a word to describe my feeling standing at that window. I stood there the whole time we were at that house. While he was, of course, the kids were running around trying to feel excited, but there was nothing to feel excited about. And few minutes after that, he was like, okay guys, get in the car, we're leaving. I quietly got in the car and off he drove home. And I just could not understand my world at that moment. I'm confused on what my life will look like moving forward. Now with this pregnancy, second with moving away from the only people that I knew that even if I'm screaming could come to help me out, to such a lonely place where I had no idea how I could survive staying in that particular neighborhood. But God, even though you walk through the valley of shadow of death, he is right there with you. It felt like I'm at the middle of nowhere. It felt like I am going to be abandoned. It felt like my life is crunching. But there are inside peace in me, knowing that he who had gotten me this far, he's not going to let me to go through it alone. I didn't know what my life could look like moving forward, but I trusted God. I trusted him and I held him firm. And I knew at that moment that only him, only God can get me through my next phase of life from that moment. So in my next video, I will be sharing with you what started happening. How long did it take before we moved in? After we moved in, a lot of things changed. A lot of things happened, and I'm going to be sharing with you how it happened and how God stood by me through it all. So make sure to stay tuned. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye now.